I'm not gonna lie. Which one of y'all done bought a brick of crack cocaine up in Mappa, bro? Because let me tell you one thing right off the rip before we even get into the video. This episode right here, this was not sober animation, bro. Let's just make that entirely clear from the jump. Like, bro, I be trying my very best, bro. I be trying my very best not to be a Mappa writer, bro. Like, I swear on everything dear to me that I try to be chill when I talk about Mappa, bro. But let me just be entirely frank right now. Let me be entirely honest. Bro, Mappa is deadass changing the game right now. Like, I can probably count on one hand the amount of times that I've seen an episode of anime that impressed me to this degree, bro. And honestly, if I'm just talking about seasonal anime, Mappa might be in a class by themselves right up there with Ufotable. It's weird, bro. It's weird because I remember as I was growing up, hearing that something was being animated with CGI, it was like, oh brother, bro, here we go again. We about to get some weak ass PS2 looking graphics in the middle of an anime episode, bro. Like, no one was trying to rock with the CGI animation back in the day. But as we move forward, bro, and as animation techniques continue to progress and become more digitized to a certain extent, I'm starting to realize that the future might be in CGI, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. It's just something about the aesthetic of these hand-drawn characters contrasted against the photorealistic CGI backgrounds, bro, that just goes so unbelievably hard. Like, it really sells the environment more, in my opinion, and I don't know, bro. It just makes the whole arc so much more immersive and cinematic, bro. But look, bro, let's not forget where it is that we came from, bro. Let's not forget to pay homage to the goats that came before us, because look, bro, my Gumball been doing this since 2011, bro. That's big Gumball, bro. It's a Studio Mappa, bro. But anyway, Choso really got it back in blood. For real though, people were hating on him up until now. Now, y'all know I've never been one to shy away from some hatred on this channel, right? I'll hate on it in broad daylight for zero reason whatsoever, but by that same vein, I can also admit when I was wrong about a character. In my last video, I had to admit that, at least in part, I was wrong about Nanami. And in this video, well, I fear that in a way, this video will be no different. You see, before this episode, I actually was a Choso hater. The only difference between my Choso hatred compared to my other hatred though, was that like in Choso's case, my hatred was like on some low-key shit. It was like I hated on Choso, but at the same time, I didn't even really acknowledge my Choso hatred publicly because honestly, bro, I just didn't even think he was worth the time. Y'all gotta remember, bro, think back like a month ago during the Gojo scrap, this nigga Choso was honestly just like the side character of all side characters. He was the on the squad who's like there, but he's not putting up any type of stats on the board, bro. They may as well have kept him on the beach, bro. But look, bro, all I'm gonna say is this. Moving forward, I think I'm gonna have to wait before passing judgment on JJK characters, bro, because if they're giving side characters episodes like this, dog, there's some anime out there with final fights that don't even go this hard, bro. And you trying to tell me that Choso ass is the one they decided to give the premium plus animation package to? Okay, if this is the type of glaze that they give to Choso, imagine what we're gonna get when they spin back on Toji, bro. When they spin back on Megumi, bro. When they start locking in on the characters that they actually love to glaze. Psh, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Shout out Mappa. Mechamaru transitioned from the #1 snitch to the #1 instigator, and I'm here for it. The relevance of the Mechamaru AirPod throughout this past season has low-key been undefeated, bro, because Mechamaru just be coming out of Yuji's pocket and shit before casually tapping in and delivering the most clutch plays I have ever seen in my life, bro. Like, let's be real right now, bro. For all intents and purposes, at least at this point in the arc, Mechamaru is the single most valuable player on the sorcerer's side, bro, and I don't even think that's an overstatement by any capacity. Not only is Mechamaru the main reason that the sorcerers know of Gojo being sealed in the first place, I'd argue that Mechamaru is the main reason, if not the only reason, the sorcerers were able to develop a counter plan at all. But then again, it's like low-key, bro. This whole shit did happen because old Meki over here wanted to fuck around and collude with the ops at the beginning of the arc, so it's like, honestly, I gotta temper myself when it comes to my Mechamaru glaze. Regardless though, rest in peace to the Mechamaru AirPod, bro, because dog was really putting the whole team on his back for like the whole front half of this arc, bro. Like, if it wasn't for Mechamaru in this episode in particular, Yuji ass would have been a goner, bro. Let's just be real right now. I mean, to be fair, he was a goner anyway, so I don't know, Mechamaru kind of died in vain when you think about it like that. But look, bro, that's what his ass gets for dissing on the dead, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Bro was in that bathroom talking absolutely crazy to Choso. Like, it was obviously a setup. Like, no way they thought that was a good plan, but low-key, Mechamaru made it work because he put Choso in a position where he simply had to walk into that bathroom, bro, because are you gonna let a robot diss your dead brothers like that? I didn't think so. Me and Choso must really be different though, bro, because you see me, I'm a thinking man. Like, that plan wouldn't have worked on me personally, because look, if it was me, I'm playing it too safe, bro. I am not walking in that bathroom. I'm planting my ass right there outside that bathroom door, and I'm just finna wait, bro. You gonna have to come about that bathroom eventually, dog, and when you do, It's instantaneous, bro. You are catching immediate excuse me, thank you. The whole fight radiates big bro versus little bro energy. Like Yuji's hand bite, ultimate little bro move. You know, there were a few times during this fight where I was gaslit into thinking we were actually about to get a fair fade in JJK. Like the fact that there was no jumping involved kind of put me in that mindset off the rip. And then when we saw these niggas actually hit a square up in the bathroom, I was like, oh, this what we doing now, say less. And I'm not even gonna lie, for a good little portion of the fight, we got just that. Fair fades, bro. Equitable squabbles, but look, bruh. At the end of the day, it's still JJK. And one thing about JJK is that there is no honor amongst sorcerers, bruh. Niggas will hack, cheat, steal, bite, finesse, anything for the W, bruh. And at the end of the day, I'm not even mad at it, bro, because at least from a viewer's perspective, it definitely keeps the fights interesting, that's for sure. Honestly, bruh, I think I gotta spin back to glazing real quick, bro, because honestly, bro, I cannot overstate how much this fight impressed me as I was watching it. Like some of these scenes, bro, some of these scenes had me swinging at my screen damn near thinking I was in the mix with Yuji, bro. Niggas had me breaking my neck, ducking off to the side to avoid Choso's attack, which, like, on that note, stop the cat, bro. Oh, Choso is a novice fighter who has never had no type of fighting experience. Is that so? So the experience that we just saw him have when he was squabbling with Gojo, that didn't happen, huh? We was all just collectively seeing things in that episode, right? Oh, those haymakers he was throwing, those experienced ass haymakers, yeah, he just pulled those up out the cut, no training involved, right? Look, bro, all I'm gonna say is this. If this is how blood is moving without training, get it? Like, blood is moving because he, like, controls blood. Anyway, if this is how my boy Choso is moving without training, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Yuji, you were simply predestined to lose this fight, dog. Like, damn right it's your purpose to fight Choso. You were right about that part. You just happen to be wrong about the whole winning part, which, like, hey, bro, at least you got Sukuna to bail you out and turn this man Choso into a tweaker. Am I the only one who bust out laughing hard as hell when Choso ended up having this weird hoodwink flashback of Yuji feeding him spaghetti? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. If you understood what the hell was going on in this scene, I'm just gonna automatically assume that you are either a clairvoyant or a manga reader, because, bro, what the hell was this shit, bro? All I seen was Sukuna pop out of nowhere for like 5 seconds, and then next thing I knew, Choso was running around the subway station tweaking like a New York crackhead while having quote-unquote memories that didn't exist. Bro, what? Now, my assumption is that Sukuna got in Choso's head and decided to start, like, mind controlling this, go on some weird shit, probably to save Yuji's body and, by extension, his own, but, like, why did he give him this jovial-ass picnic memory in the process? I'm sure the details of this scene are probably going to be expounded upon in coming episodes, so, like, I'm not too pressed over the exact details of this scene, at least at the moment, but what I am pressed over, though, is how weak this fucking plate of spaghetti was, bro. Like, this genuinely pissed me off. This gotta be up there in the top 5 lamest plates of spaghetti I ever seen in my life, bro. That shit didn't have no type of sauce, no type of meatballs, bro. It was straight pasta and vibes. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I know for a fact that it was Yuji dumbass that cooked the spaghetti, bro, because this level of L culinary skills just has Itadori Yuji painted all over it. Like, think about it, bro. Yuji really doesn't have a damn talent in this world apart from eating his fingers and throwing hands. And honestly, after the way he got done in this episode, I might have to take that second one away from him, bro. But regardless, I know for a fact that this Yuji can't get busy in the kitchen, bro. And this miserable ass plate of spaghetti was honestly the only evidence I needed to make that claim. Nasty ass shit, bro. That shit was so nasty. Bro, that shit was so nasty. Choso genuinely started tweaking just from thinking about it, bro. Like, ew. But anyway, yeah, like, no way you just sat there and watched me yap about a fictional plate of spaghetti for that long, bro. Your ass must really be bored, huh? Shout out to the homies helping Megami against his dad, throwing straight paws. The Megami's rabbits gotta be the realest fucking rabbits I ever seen in my life, bro, because those little bunnies are simply ride or die, and there's no way that you can convince me otherwise at this point. Like, deadass, bro, I want you to be so deadass with yourself right now. Think about your life, okay? How many people do you have in your life that got your back like Megami's rabbits got his back, bro? How many people do you got in your corner that would squabble Toji for you, no questions asked? Exactly, bro. Not that many. Y'all remember growing up when, like, you got in trouble with your pops and he, like, pulled you off to the side to press you? Like, he basically singled you out away from your friends, and that's how you knew you was about to catch the ass whooping of a lifetime? Yeah, that was basically the situation that Megami was in, bro. Nigga was catching the pops press of a lifetime, but the difference between him and us is that his pops can tank special grade curses and move at the speed of sound, while our pops is, I mean, they're probably more so bound by the laws of physics and reality, but anyway, was not looking good for Megami, bro. My nigga Toji had that young buck on skates running for his life for like the whole first half of the episode, bro. He had that young man sprinting at full speed with nothing but fear and cowardice in his heart, bro. Like, Megami isn't even really the type to get shaken under pressure like that. Like, just think about how he was moving in Dagon's domain, but Toji just broke that man down, bro. Like, just look at the pure panic and desperation in these swings, bro. My Megami deadass looks like he's about to cry right now. Like, I know this look, bro. But them bunnies, though, them bunnies were locked in, bro. The moment I seen one of them niggas swinging like Spider-Man, bro, I knew these bunnies were on a different type of factory settings, bro, because these little niggas were leaving it all on the field, bro. Like, I've never seen a bunny display this much courage in my entire life, bro, because no way this little ass rabbit just tried to spin kick fade with Toji, bro. Like, do they not know who that man is? Nah, actually, come to think of it, bro, does Megami even know who that man is? Like, was he aware in any capacity that he was putting in squabbles with his pops? Because I'm just trying to think about this all from Megami's perspective, bro. At no point in the past few episodes did Toji hit him with like a "I'm your father" type speech, and so from Megami's perspective, like, he's just squabbling this straight demon that kind of looks like him, and then right when shit starts getting crazy, the dude just takes himself off the map and transforms into a random dude with a blonde mohawk. Like, Toji got to leave this fight with the closure that his son was living a good life, or I mean, relatively good, you know. Meanwhile, Megami just left this interaction with nothing but straight confusion and PTSD. Like, this whole fight is really crazy when you recontextualize it from Megami's perspective, bro, but all that aside, I think you and I both know the fight that we actually came here to talk about, bro. Poor Jogo getting absolutely bodied by the strongest motherfuckers in the verse. It's like JJK wants us to think he's a pushover because it's only ever putting him up against the most cheater ass characters in the verse. Yeah, bro, I think it can now be said in 100% confidence without a doubt that the homie Jogo is absolutely and unequivocally the most hoed character in the entire Jujutsu Kaisen franchise, because no way he has only had 2 big squabbles in the entire series, and both of those squabbles just so happen to be against the 2 most busted characters in the entire show. Like, it's crazy too, bro, because I know y'all seen a couple episodes ago how strong this nigga Jogo is when he gets to lock in against normal niggas, bro. Like, I'm gonna keep it a stack right now. Dog is a beast, bro. He put Nanami and them in the air fryer like a pack of frozen wings, bro. Like, from a scaling perspective, he was literally so far above the sorcerers that it wasn't even funny, bro. He was on such a different level that they had to write Sukuna back into the mix to even give my nigga a fade, bro. Like, come on, bro. Y'all gonna speak with some respect when you talk about Jogo, bro, because his old ugly one-eye volcano head ass is really like that, bro. Like, stop playing with Jogo, bro. Like, even the Sukuna fight, bro, if you really analyze that fight, bro, if you really watch that fight and think about what's going on, you can't leave this episode without having gained an immense level of respect for Jogo, bro, because at the end of the day, bro, I don't see anyone else in JJK who's moving with this level of raw destructive power, bro. Like, let's just keep it a stack right now, bro. Did Jogo get his ass beat with his own elemental affinity? Yes, he absolutely did, bro. We watched the patron Curse of Flames get his ass smoked in what was essentially an Agni Kai, but we're not gonna sit here, okay? We're not gonna sit here, bro, and role play as if the meteor that he dropped on Shibuya wasn't the single most destructive attack in the history of JJK so far. Like, all I'm trying to say, bro, hear me out, bro. All I'm trying to say is that, like, look, bro, don't let Sukuna's trolling during this fight distract you from the feats that Jogo managed to put on the board, bro, because for every time Jogo got his limbs dismembered into a 10-piece meal, there was another time that he low-key did some cool ass shit, bro, and it just so happened to be overshadowed by Sukuna's demonics, bro. But on that note, speaking of Sukuna falls into a very specific type of villain trope that I am just absolutely terrified of, because the thing about Sukuna is that you can never really get a good read on this man, bruh. Like, in any given scene, it is almost impossible to tell what type of timing this man is gonna be on, bro, because like 1 second he'll be acting low-key cool, bruh, like you can low-key reason with him, and then the next second he'll be like trolling, and then the next second he'll just be acting in like the most non-negotiably evil way, and there's simply nothing you can do about it. Like, me personally, bruh, I would much rather have to deal with a villain like Toji who is just across the board ignorant 100% of the time, because it's like, even if I have to get my ass turned into goddamn sausage patties, at least I know what I'm getting into. But it's like with Sukuna, bro, do you know how terrifying it has to be as a normal nigga to see Sukuna engaging in the special grade squabble of a lifetime, and then you turn around to go back to the crib because you don't want to be collateral damage, and that nigga Sukuna is just standing there in troll mode talking about, hey bro, where you headed off to? Like, just acting mad casual, like they're like funny out here. But nah, he wants to run around Shibuya playing games and shit. Like, bro, tell me Sukuna work is not terrifying work, bro. Like, that man is really a villain, bro. Like, Before we get into, you know, the usual JJK yappilations that y'all come to these videos for, I wanted to dedicate some yap time to talking about the whole map situation because, well, I don't know. I guess I make these videos in order to kind of document my experience with different series, and, you know, these days I'm trying to be like more all-encompassing when it comes to just conveying my thoughts on shows or episodes or, you know, that type of stuff. Basically, I'm trying to move in more of a direction where I analyze not just how the shows make me feel, but also like, I don't know, kind of like talk about why the shows might be making me feel some type of way, and yeah, I don't know. Basically, okay, back on the topic at hand. The map is, you know, all the stuff that's going on with like the animators and stuff. I've noticed that, at least for me personally, the confirmed knowledge that niggas are working under shitty conditions to get these episodes out is like, I don't know, it's kind of hampering the experience of the Shibuya arc for me. And like, not even on some like holier than thou type shit. Like, I still think these episodes are torch, bro, and like, I'm damn sure still going to be a consumer of this franchise on a week-by-week basis. I'm going to see the season through. But it's like, there's a small part of me now that'll like watch a scene like, I don't know, the scene where Mahoraga got splashed into the rooftop pool. Beautiful scene, by the way. Probably my favorite scene in the whole episode. But I'll watch the scene and I'll be like, damn, that shit was some flames, bro. Like how they made the water all wavy and the colors and stuff, and then some random demon voice will pop out the side of my head like Sukuna talking about, a nigga in Japan hasn't seen his family in 42 days, and I'll be like, damn, that's kind of crazy though. I do think there's also a certain level of like dissonance that comes with being a content creator that speaks on the series so heavily, because it's like, damn, bruh, I'm most definitely profiting off of this series more than the, well, not the creator, I suppose. Like, 𝙏𝙖 Akutami can most definitely do a money spread on me, but like, at least as far as the staff go, mainly like the animators in them, yeah, it's kind of backwards, and like, I don't really think it's something that can be attributed to content creators. Like, I think we as creators play our role in the overall global anime brain rot industrial complex, and like, I don't think creators getting compensated is a bad thing. It's not like we're on MAPPA payroll or can really do anything, especially from 7,000 miles across the sea. But yeah, I just felt compelled to share my sort of scrambled thoughts around that aspect of the anime before I got into the fun stuff, because I mean, I'm not even gonna cap, bro, the MAPPA situation was lingering in the back of my mind throughout the entirety of this episode, and I hope that this might be somewhat of a lesson learned for whatever rich dude is forcing these workers into these bullshit ass schedules, but realistically, probably not. I've come to realize with these past few episodes that Sukuna is the physical embodiment of a villain. He clears his path and annihilates both humans and cursed spirits alike with no hesitation. I'm gonna be completely honest right now, okay? No holds barred, no shame in my game. Don't laugh, bro, but last night I deadass had a nightmare about Sukuna, bro. I swear on everything I love, bro. Like, I know I already told y'all in the last vid that Sukuna fits into this very specific type of villain trope that just makes me quake in my boots, but I'm not gonna lie, bro, I didn't think it was this bad, bro. Like, a nightmare about another is crazy meat munching when you think about it. Bro, do you know how disappointed I was with myself when I opened my eyes, bro? Because, like, you know, there's always that little delay when you wake up, like, right after a dream where your brain is, like, rendering what you just dreamt about into a save file. Bro, do you know how childish I felt after my shit rendered when I realized a literal anime villain had my heart rate up? Yeah, not my brightest hour, dog, but all that aside, the same thing that scares me about Sukuna, that being just the pure unpredictability of his character, that same unpredictability is low-key what I think makes him so entertaining to watch, bro, because I feel like with Sukuna, bro, you never really know what type of time this man is gonna be on, right? Like, show of hands, bro, show of hands. How many of y'all came into this episode expecting to see Sukuna walk out the cut mid-squabble with a bucket of popcorn and a strawberry Fanta? Bro, if you don't put your hand down, old lion ass. It's like Sukuna as a character overall just moves in such mysterious ways. I feel like his existence alone leaves me with more questions about JJK than any other character, group of characters, or concept in the entire franchise. Like, what is this nigga's end goal? He gives me like Hisoka type smoke demon type vibes, like I just want to scrap all day vibes, but like they never actually explain why this man acts in the manner that he does. I think my biggest question when it comes to Sukuna though is like, bro, what is this man's obsession with Megami, bro? Like, I feel like every 5 seconds, this man just randomly has Megami on the mind for no apparent reason whatsoever. He was willing to risk his life in the Mahoraga scrap just to save Megami after he threw his life away. He was willing to intentionally and consciously shrink his domain during the Mahoraga scrap purely and for the sole purpose of protecting Megami. Like, I get it, bro. Okay, he's one of my favorite characters too, but god damn, bro. He's not gonna join your side, bro. You're not about to Sasuke this, bro. I'll tell you that much for a fact right now, bro. My boy Megami, come on, bro. He's not like that, bro. Mahoraga had some of the meanest and most aggressive movements I think I've ever seen in a shonen fight. Alright, look, I'm a big fan of Mahoraga's design, right? He gives me like biblically accurate angel vibes with like the wings for eyes and the little halo wheel he has over his head. I've always been a fan of that aesthetic, bro. Angelic abominations, really cool stuff in my opinion, right? Okay, cool beans, cool beans. But look, I'm not even gonna cap, bro. This Maharaga is a little too damn belligerent for my liking, bro. Like, what did the boy Mr. Graduation 4414 say? He said this had aggressive movements. Yeah, bro, I definitely feel you on that one, bro, because I don't know, bro. How do I put this? The way he moves, bro, he just looks like he slams for no valid reason. Like, I don't know if it's the lack of humanoid eyes or maybe them wild ass chompers he got showing on my screen 24/7, but something about Maharaga just gives me the vibes that he doesn't have a single thought going on behind those wings apart from pure destruction and cruelty. Regardless of all that though, I think Maharaga's introduction into the series definitely offers some interesting new story elements to be explored because, I mean, well, for one, we have the whole thing where Gojo, El nigga, but nah, we have the whole thing where Gojo essentially hinted at Maharaga being able to smoke him or like at least match him at the very least, although I don't know if it's possible for Maharaga to adapt to a literal infinity force field because, like, wouldn't that just take infinite time to adapt to? Semantics. The fact that Megumi has Maharaga in his bag, albeit deep in his bag if we look at it from the perspective of like him actually subjugating Maharaga, which, look bro, he's gonna need about 1 trillion more bunnies and toads and shit if he plans on making any sort of progress in subjugating goddamn All Might over here. But the fact that Maharaga does technically still have the possibility of being subjugated by Megumi, hey bro, all I'm saying is don't sleep on Megumi, bro. Like, if he can somehow manage to catch this legendary ass Pokemon at some point in the series, Megumi will basically be able to take on anybody, bro. Like, unless the op in question has just a super destructive ability that can just wipe out Maharaga all at once, kind of like Sukuna's domain / bow and arrow combo, hey bro, we may be looking at the future strongest, bro, the future honored one, if you will. But for now, yeah, nah, bro got a long way to go in life with that type cut.
You got a long way to go in life with that type cut. You a dickhead.
I gotta put some respect on Yuji. He just had his body used to kill thousands of people and he still had the will to get up and keep fighting. Look bro, all I'm gonna say is this, okay? Yuji is a better man than me, bro, because I, for one, yeah, nah, I'm not shouldering the burden of another man's actions. Even if he is using my body to commit the atrocities in question, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's on him. Like, last thing I saw, a random volcano man was shoving 10 fingers down my throat, then boom, I wake up with murder on my mind. But like, again, that wasn't me. Like, you got a problem, you could talk with the other guy, like, my name is Bruce Banner, but like, I'm also not so sure if you really want to do that because he's not really a big fan of being pressed or disrespect, and he really likes chopping off vital body parts. But nah, jokes aside though, I do feel pretty bad for Yuji, even though me personally, nah, let me stop. But nah, I do know that Yuji took his role as the first line of defense against Sukuna pretty damn seriously, and I can see how having to live with the knowledge that you indirectly caused thousands of innocent deaths can really mess you up. So, you know, my heart goes out to Yuji and his loved ones, but look bro, I'm gonna just keep it a stack right now, just giving my personal experience with the scene, if you will. As heart-wrenching as the scene was, you know, it was probably like Yuji's rock bottom if we're being honest, but you bet I was still bumping my head a little bit when they started playing the opening, bro. Like, I've seen discourse on the internet that gives me the impression that a lot of people weren't big fans of the decision to play the opening during Yuji's breakdown, which I kind of get, you know. I respect the opinion that the scene should have just cut the soundtrack altogether. The scene definitely would have been more raw had they adopted that direction, but I don't know, bruh. Like, something about the cruel irony of having that opening play during what's probably the lowest point of the season, it's very in line with the overall tone of the past few episodes, in my opinion at least. Like, it was very wicked Sukuna coded irony. Anyway, yeah bro, happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for watching, and always remember, turkey clears ham. In my last video, I had a little line in there at the very end that I actually ended up cutting from the final draft of the video because, to be honest, I don't know, bro. Looking back, I feel like I just didn't think that it was funny enough for the final video, and then like on top of that, I really didn't feel like editing that John either. But look, bro, long story short, the line went something along the lines of, actually, hold on, bro. Actually, let me see something, bro. I can probably could probably just play y'all the line. Hold on, bro.
Say is this JJK, Jujutsu High, whoever. Y'all better give my boy the longest paid vacation ever once this shit is over, bro.
You know y'all could have took 𝙏𝙖𝙡, right? Look, bro, I'ma just keep it real right now. I knew we had some character deaths lurking around the corner for these next few episodes because, I mean, simply put, as violent as the Shibuya arc has been so far for, like, fodder background characters, we really haven't had that many meaningful deaths yet. At least not on the sorcerer side, that is. Like, the curses? Yeah, nah, those niggas have low-key been getting smoked this whole arc, bro. Like, deadass, bro, aren't 𝙏𝙖𝙡 and Ghetto Brain like the last two curses standing at this point? But then it's like, apart from the curse deaths, bro, what other really meaningful deaths have we gotten to witness throughout the course of this arc so far? We got the blonde nigga death, which I wouldn't really say his death was necessarily meaningful per se, but it was satisfying, bro. Like, I'm sorry, but he had to go, bro. Like, I was getting about tired of this nigga's literal canonical plot armor saving his ass from every death in every situation ever. I guess we also got the Mechamaru death at the very beginning of the arc, and then like we got the Toji Ri death as well, if you want to count that. Look, bro, all I'm saying is this, okay? The deaths, they were fixing to come eventually, bro. Like, at a certain point, it was just written on the walls. But 𝙏𝙗𝙡, bro, come on, bro. Y'all ain't have to take my dog like that, bro. Like 𝙏𝙗𝙡 was right there, bro. Right there. We could have killed a character and freed 𝙏𝙗𝙡 from a lifetime of extortion at the same time, but like, nah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead and kill off the only character over the age of 25 that got any type of pureness and morality to them. Go ahead and kill off the only character in this whole shit that I felt was really an across-the-board good mentor for the up-and-coming generation of sorcerers. Look, bro, I get it, okay? We're in the middle of a war arc, and I mean, shit, devastating deaths, they happen, bro. Such is war, I suppose. 𝙏𝙗𝙡 was one of the realest Jujutsu sorcerers. In the end, he was still focused on his comrades, and all bro wanted to do was just chill on the beach and read his books. Honestly, bro, I think this is why 𝙏𝙗𝙡's death feels so devastating from a narrative perspective, bro. Because like when you really think about it, bro, ironically enough, 𝙏𝙗𝙡 was probably the only upper level sorcerer in this arc that 100% did not deserve to die. Like every other sorcerer that I can think of hold like the students, Shoko, and maybe the principal dude, every single one of them have at least one strike against them when it comes to reasons that they do not deserve to be walking the planet, ranging from like mild offenders like Trenchcoat, who's guilty of like basically just bullshit while people's lives are on the line, all the way up to 𝙏𝙗𝙡, who, for a lack of a better term, deserves one of the toastiest corners of hell for the way she's been cutting up during the front half of this arc, bro. And then we have my boy 𝙏𝙗𝙡. Bro, my dog was about righteous as hell, bro. Like, 𝙏𝙗𝙡 deserved nothing less than the all expenses paid vacation to goddamn Malaysia or wherever he was trying to go. And you're simply not going to convince me otherwise on the matter. Like, talk to the hand at this point, bro, because I'm not trying to hear you out. But alas, we must look at this all pragmatically, bro, alright? We gotta look at the bigger picture. Like, from a writer's perspective, if my goal is to traumatize my audience, which, yeah, that was most definitely Gege Akutami's prime directive when it came to killing off 𝙏𝙗𝙡, but if my goal is to truly evoke that feeling of loss, who am I going to kill off, bro? The character that, for all intents and purposes, deserves quote-unquote their death? Or the character that, at the very least, deserves a nice vacation? Exactly, bro. We both know the answer to that question. With all that said, though, I'd like to clarify that although I'm clearly devastated by the loss of the realist in the series, by no means do I find his death scene to be poorly executed, right? Like, honestly, bro, I think 𝙏𝙗𝙡's death scene actually did him a lot of justice in the sense that he went out in a manner which really highlighted all of his standout points as a character. Like, think of it like this, bro. We got to witness his strength by watching him big body like 30 different transfigured humans at once, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that was cold as hell, bro. And this was only working with like half a body. Yeah, bro. Goat shit. And then at the same time, while that's going on, we got to witness his, I guess, his altruistic nature when we saw that his primary concern, while on his deathbed, might I add, like 𝙏𝙗𝙡 had already given this nigga the cheese touch, bro. It was up. But even as he was counting down his final seconds, bro, even as he knew his life was coming to a close before his very eyes, which, I'm not gonna lie, that has to be a crazy headspace to be in, bro. But even as it was all coming to an end, what was my GOAT focused on? The safety and betterment of others. With the time that most people would probably use to, I don't know, reflect on the life that they lived or some shit, 𝙏𝙗𝙡's sole focus was making sure that he didn't inadvertently curse Yuji with his final words, which, come on, bro, who else do you know that's moving that OD in the morality and ethics department? I'll wait, bro. No, I won't. Because look, bro, I'll just speak for myself real quick, okay? Me personally, right? If I'm in Nanami's position where I'm getting dropped off the map on some real sneak shit, bro, on some real sneak up behind me corny shit, oh yeah, bro, that's the day niggas will be getting cursed, bro. And I'll put that on Kento Nanami right now, bro. I will leave the face of this earth spewing the most enraged, vile, just straight hate-filled utterances to have ever befallen the ears of another man. I will release so much resentment and negativity into the air that I'm fixing to spawn back in 13 seconds later as the next Rika Orimoto, bro. And then what? It's up for everybody, bro. Nothing but straight indiscriminate violence popping off in every direction, bro. Like, I'm really gonna inflict Shibuya Incident 2 on niggas because nuh-uh, bro. No way I'm going out like no way I'm going out like that, bro. All jokes aside, rest in peace to Nanami, bro. He left the world in a very tragic yet poetic sort of way. Although, yeah, it was definitely more tragic than poetic, bro. Like, the nigga got his whole upper half pop like a balloon. Like, bro, yuck. Mahito teasing Yuji by making his hand into Junpei's head and then stabbing it was one of the most ruthless but comedic things a villain can do. Bro, Mahito's powers are utterly disgusting, bro. OP as hell for sure. Like, dog may have the deepest bag in all of JJK when it comes to raw versatility, but like, as far as the actual mechanics of his powers go, yeah, hell nah, bro. This is fucking repugnant, bro. Just straight yucky at this point. Like, you know how in My Hero they explore that theme of like how some characters kind of just have powers that predispose them to doing devious deeds, like Toga and Shigaraki in them. With Mahito, bro, you don't even know what's about to happen to you, bro. One dude, he might decide to give a quick, easy, relatively painless death. The next dude is getting his body defiled into a literal sword. Like, how does that even work, bro? Like, are you still conscious? Is your human consciousness just trapped inside of the body of a sword that you now have no agency or control over? You know what, bro? I don't even want to think about that existential spooky ass shit, bro. Look, bro, back to the topic at hand, all right? It has to be Yuji. If not this arc, then the next arc, and if not that arc, then the one after that. But look, bro, no one else can realistically pack up this demon named Mahito apart from Yuji. And I'm not even talking about the fact that he has that Sukuna granted immunity from Mahito's curse technique. I'm just talking about the fact that, like, thematically, bro, dog, they've been beefing for like damn near the whole show now. Like, Mahito done taken 2 of Yuji's closest homies up off the map. Like, I'd say at this point, bro, Yuji, it's time to get back. I'm fixing to tweak out right now, bro. I really am, bro, because at this point, they're forcing it, bro. Like, they're really doing the most right now, and it's starting to piss me off. Like, the Nanami death, I can respect that. I can respect the Nanami death because Nanami's character was fully developed throughout the past, I don't know, like 40 plus episodes we've gotten of JJK so far. I'm talking about like both seasons combined, but throughout the whole show, we have gotten a satisfying beginning, middle, and end to Nanami's character. We understand who he is as a character, we understand why he is the way that he is as a character, we understand his past traumas and how they go on to affect his future decisions, we understand his regrets, his strengths, his weaknesses, his fighting style. We even know random dumb shit about him, like the fact that he used to rock that weak ass emo cut as a kid. Like, when Nanami did finally take the L at the end of the day, his death felt, I won't say it felt satisfying per se. Like, I do think his story arc left a lot to be desired, at least for me personally, but like, at the same time, bro, I understand that this feeling of dissatisfaction that I have was probably the intent of writing Nanami out of the story in the first place. It was meant to be a tragic loss, bro. It was meant to make me feel the way I feel, and so, like, from a writing perspective, I can't even be mad at it, bro, because shit, it did its job. Like, I'm not one of those people who gets really emotionally attached to characters like that anyway, at least not since like a while, bro. Like, yeah, it's been a minute, bro. I think I got slightly emotionally attached to Rengoku, but like, that has more so to do with the fact that his existence basically kicked off my YouTube career. But like, as far as 99.9% of characters go when it comes to like character deaths and shit like that, I'm never so emotionally attached to a character that I feel like their death is like a genuine loss in my heart. Like, I'll take a well-written death of a character that I love over a happy ending for a character that I love any day, bro. And like, I know I was complaining about Nanami's death in my last video, but like, to be honest, bro, I was kind of trolling. Look, bro, Nanami this, Nanami that. I can yap about Nanami all day, bro. That's not the point of this video, bro. This video is about Nobara. Her death, particularly Nobara's death. That weak ass, phony ass, lame ass. I'm actually rather torn when it comes to my thoughts on Nobara's death because, like, one side of me is just filled with resentment and indignation, bro. Like, one side of me is looking at it from the perspective of like how dare you spend damn near 2 seasons building up what we thought was going to be an important piece of the story and then just throw it all out in the most random, most corniest, most underwhelming death that I've ever seen in my life, bro. Like her death, it just happened, bro, and like my first instinct was just to be mad, bro. Just be mad about how little buildup went into the execution of this death, because like, let's be real, bro, this was not it, bro. This ain't how you kill off one of your big 3 characters. But then it's like, on the flip side, bro, there's a part of me that's like, hey, bro, this shit goes kind of hard. Like, if I want to indulge in a little bit of meat munching for a second, I would say that this death low-key goes hard for the exact same reason that I hate it. Like, hear me out, bro. But the fact that a Shonen Jump author decided to look at their big 3, right? The 3 most profitable, most marketed characters in their whole shit, right? Like, honestly, now that Nobara's gone, the nigga 𝙏𝙖𝙡 done fumbled like 90% of the women's merch, because like, what the f are you gonna do at this point, bro? Put 𝙏𝙏 weird ass on a shirt? Hell nah, bro. But the fact that there was a Shonen Jump author who just like looked at the little neat shonen trio trope that they had built and just went, yeah, nah, f this shit, I'ma do my own thing. That alone goes hard, bro. Like, I'm always gonna be a glizzy gobbler when it comes to well executed trope subversions. But then it's like, on the flip side, yes, we're flipping this back again, okay? I'm going back to hating for a second, if you'd be so kind as to let me cook. Yeah, on the contrary to what I was just saying, there's a part of me that's honestly just sitting here like, bro, this death was some straight buns, dog, and it kind of just felt like a convenient way of getting Nobara out the mix with, you know, a little bit of shock value on the side, so that the niggas on Twitter can start talking about, oh, nobody's safe in JJK, they'll kill anyone. It's like, we know, bruh. Trust me, we know. I think I would have received the death a little bit better if Nobara's backstory didn't feel like a useless exposition dump filled with characters and information that'll never be relevant to the story again. Like, it was literally just yap, bro. And I know I'm not the one to talk, but then again, it's like, at the same time, bro, I'm torn, because that useless ass, regular ass backstory, bro, that was some real shit, bro. Like, think about it like this, alright? If I die tomorrow and it just bow, pops me in the front side of my cranial bone for no reason whatsoever. But if I die tomorrow and like, somehow niggas get access to like a little 10-minute recap of my backstory, bro, my shit is gonna look just like Nobara's, bro. A bunch of random people and experiences that are all very meaningful to me, but like, in the grand scheme of things, it's like, bro, who cares? Like, not all of us are gonna have like a Mechamaru type backstory that would automatically make our death feel heart-wrenching to a broad audience of people just by like the experience that we happen to have when we were alive. Am I making any sense right now? I low-key feel like I'm overcomplicating my thoughts with the way I'm saying it, but like, basically what I'm trying to say is that 99.9% of y'all watching this video right now probably have Nobara type backstories, myself included, and like, I don't know, I just find it refreshing to see the normalcy of life and the potential randomness of death represented in a way that just feels normal and random. Like, I can appreciate that. I can respect that aspect of Nobara's death. With that said, though, Nobara is still an anime character, a story character if we're gonna boil it down to its most basic terms. And although I do respect, you know, 𝙏𝙧 reflecting the grim nature of reality within his story, I do feel that, personally at least, I would have enjoyed a more dramatic send-off for Nobara. And it feels weird to hear myself saying that, honestly, because normally I'm all for the f it we ball type anime deaths, because it's like, at the end of the day, who the f are you, bruh? You're not special. Go ahead and get in the casket like the rest of them, bruh. But it's like, this time, bro, I don't know, in the face of the ever-increasing plot relevance of her so-called counterparts, you know, Yuji and Megumi and them, particularly Megumi though, who is now like basically being foreshadowed as the next Gojo with the help of his 500-pound big-bodied demon that he got in his bag. But as Megumi continues to climb the ladder of importance to the overall narrative of the series, you know, to the point where he's essentially rivaling Gojo in importance sooner or later, I kinda wish Nobara, I just wish she didn't feel like a non-factor in the shadow of the characters that she's constantly propped up next to in like the marketing of the series and whatnot. Because it's like, you know, Shonen already has a pretty bad track record with their female leads, and like, Yeah, JJK ain't beating the allegations here, bruh. I'm sorry. But then it's like, low-key, bruh, I guess that's what her ass gets for trying to be a hero and walk back into the veil when Nanami been told her to stay out the mix. Like, me personally, bro, I would have walked into that veil, seen the utter destruction and chaos that Sukuna caused, and turned my ass right back around, because that's above my pay grade at that point, bro. But anime characters don't ever want to think like that, bro, and so that's why they end up dead as shit on the cold, hard ground of the Shibuya subway, while niggas like me and Trenchcoat be chilling at home ordering Uber Eats and shit, because we're the only ones out here who really know our limits, bro. We're the only ones who really lock in when it comes to self-care and personal well-being. So like, y'all can go ahead and test the limits of your plot armor if you want, but don't look at me though when Mahito 5 stars you in the side of your face, cause shit, I already told you about trying to chase down villains that you have no business chasing, bruh. It's never worth it. Of all the curses in JJK, Mahito deserves the title of curse more than any other aside from Sukuna. He's legit disgusting, and it makes him an incredible villain. You know, I'm starting to get this weird sort of twisted appreciation for Mahito, bro, because as vile as this nigga's behavior is on and off the battlefield, I gotta respect it, bro. I gotta respect it, because at the end of the day, no matter how flagrant his conduct may be throughout the course of this series, I'ma just keep it a buck right now. Mahito is entertaining as hell, bro. Entertaining, like, at least in the fighting parts of the show, that is. Like, I will make that distinction because, yeah, don't get it twisted, bro. I still find this Mahito to be annoying as hell from a character standpoint, but that's probably the point of his character, I suppose. Honestly, when you think about it, bro, and I'm just kind of thinking about this as I'm talking about Mahito, but when you really think about it, I feel like if your goal is to write a character that's just hateable, like a character for your audience to just collectively dislike, I'd definitely say you're better off writing an annoying character than you are writing an evil one. Because, I mean, like, think about it, bro. Think about, like, any show that you can think of. I'm just gonna go with My Hero because it probably has the best example of the point I'm trying to prove off the top of the dome. So yeah, let's look at My Hero real quick.
Oh, but you used the My Hero analogy in your last JJK video. Find a new anime.
Yo, shut up. Damn. This is what I'm talking about, bro. Annoying as hell. But look, back to the point I was trying to make. Who is the most disliked character in My Hero? Exactly, bro. It's not even a competition, let's be real. Now, in the grand scheme of like morality in My Hero or whatever, Mineta is not that bad, bro. I mean, like, yeah, he's a little weird every now and then. I mean, he definitely has some interesting behavioral patterns when it comes to interacting with women, but like in a world where every other has taken the path of a domestic terrorist because their pops hurt their feelings as a kid, yeah, Mineta is not that bad, bro. But that's the thing, right? In fiction, a lot of people don't really give a f if you're a genuinely bad person, because if you're just cool, niggas will let it slide. And bonus points if you're attractive, bro. Niggas will let literal demonic slide if you're attractive. Shout out Mei, but God forbid it gets a little irky though. That brings me back to what I was saying about Mahito, alright? Let's compare him and Sukuna, and then like their reception or whatever, because I think that'll only help further prove my point. Alright, so Sukuna, Mahito, they're both evil as horrible people, or curses or whatever. They both put up insane body count numbers throughout the course of this arc. Like, I wouldn't say either of them have been any more or less evil than the other, at least for like the sake of this argument. But Sukuna, you know what I'm saying, he's cool with this shit. You know, he eats popcorn and acts all nonchalant, while Mahito, yeah, he's on some weird shit, bro. Like, he's gonna try to kiss you mid squabble or something, I don't know. But like, even though these two operate very similarly on like the level of just not giving a f about people and just, you know, being overall demons and scourges to humanity, just the difference in their disposition makes Mahito a genuinely hated character, while Sukuna, like, he has fangirls and shit, bro. Niggas love Sukuna. Not me though. That nigga, I already told y'all about my nightmare, bro. That nigga Sukuna has buried himself deep within my subconscious apparently, and yeah, I still don't even know what to make of that dream if I'm being honest. But anyway, the animators have the art of immersing you in a scene down to a science. When Yuji had Mahito against that wall, I was bobbing and weaving like I was actually in the mix. Bruh, I don't know what has gotten into Yuji between this week and last week, or 2 weeks ago, probably by the time you're watching this, or whatever. I don't know what type of pep talk they gave this nigga backstage, but something about this man's swings were hitting a little different this episode, and I'm not really sure where this increased aggression came from or where he's been hiding it up until now. Dog must have read the script and found out they were taking Nobara or something, because that combo he was laying out on Mahito, yeah, nah, that was something else, bro. He was giving that nigga the beats, bro, and I know giving out beats is kind of like Yuji's only useful thing that he can do. Like, he doesn't have a curse technique or anything, big card throwing ass nigga, but like, nah, bro, there was just a little more fire behind those punches than anything I've seen from him prior. Shit, bro, let me go ahead and give 𝙏𝙖𝙡 her little bit of glaze as well, since, you know, this is probably the last chance I'll have to do so anyway. But 𝙏𝙏𝙡 was laying down the paws too, bro. Let's be completely frank and honest right now. Granted, she was basically fighting like the Fortnite bot equivalent version of Mahito. Like, I'm pretty sure that nigga didn't even have his full curse technique or whatever, so, you know, make what you will of that. But look, bruh, I'm still gonna give credit where it's due. She was low-key putting that smoke in, bruh, and I'm not gonna sit here and pretend otherwise. She was out there jumping up on roofs and hitting sniper shots. Like, okay, girl, I see the motion. That concussion you got earlier must have knocked some lock-in into your dome, because honestly, bro, this was probably 𝙏𝙏𝙡's coldest performance that we've seen in a minute, bro. But then again, like, at the same time, it's also basically her only performance that we've seen all season, and probably her last performance that we're ever going to see in the series. So, like, yeah, I don't know, bro. I just feel like she's such wasted potential of a character, but shit, what do I know, bro? Go ahead and start printing out those 𝙏𝙏𝙡 t-shirts, I guess. Coming to a Hot Topic near you. Shit, actually, bro, Hot Topic are most definitely the type to rock a 𝙏𝙏𝙡 t-shirt, so, you know, whatever works, I guess. Game is game.
What the hell?
Like, I can hear you niggas right now, bro.
Why are we looking at the front of this nigga's face, bro? Why we not looking at the back of this nigga little ass dress?
Like,
what's going on?
like, all right, bro. Let me give y'all a little bit of context as to why this video looks the way that it does right now. So back in July-ish, I made a promise to myself, right? I made a binding vow, if you will, if you want to go with JJK terminology. And part of what I wanted to accomplish this year, and I go over this some more in a video I have dropping soon, but part of what I wanted to accomplish is getting better at stepping outside of my comfort zone with content, trying new things. And so part of the reason why I bought this camera that I'm using in the first place, and that I've been using in my past, I mean, it's been a lot of videos now, probably like 20 plus, my past 20 plus videos, because some of y'all might remember this channel had a bit of a faceless era, right? And then I kind of transitioned into my, not faceless era, but like back of the head era, right? Where I would kind of watch the episode and then commentate over it, and it worked well, bro. It worked very well. And what I realized, you know, as this year was coming to a close, was that I was getting comfortable again. And so in an effort to continue to push my boundaries as a creator, you know what I mean, I was thinking about it deadass. I was watching the episode and I was like, bro, like, I need to unlock my black flash, bro. Like, it's time for me to try something new. And so yeah, the reason I kind of, you know, you're looking at me from this angle and I'm speaking in this less scripted, more off the cuff sort of way is simply because I wanted to try it, bro. I wanted to experiment. Yeah, bro, if this cops like 11 views, we going right back to looking at the back of these little ass dreads that don't go down to my neck, bro. But until then, you know, I hope y'all rock with it. I hope y'all enjoy, and yeah, let's get into it. Shonen as a genre, I would say I'd noticed it catches a lot of flack for being shonen, like for just existing in that shonen space. I mean, honestly, like when you really think about it, most niggas don't really care. Like, obviously we're all on the internet, right? If you're watching this video right now, to some degree you interact with the anime community on the internet, and so, you know, our perspective sometimes gets probably warped from what the general overarching perspective is about anime. But I noticed at least the discourse online for people who might get a little too passionate about this shit or need to touch grass or whatever, but a lot of the discourse online doesn't really like shonen that rehashes the same tropes over and over again, right? And to an extent, you know, I can't even cap, I can understand why someone might have this mindset. Like, you know what I mean, I'd say, at least for me, right, after I'd watched 2, 3, 4 long running shonen, like the big SJ series, you kind of have seen all that there is to see to a certain extent. Like, not everything, right? Obviously each show brings its own new flavor to the mix, its own new taste, but like, you know, at least as far as like broader story elements go, you've kind of seen all there is to see. Even though this might be a bad thing for some viewers, right? They don't like seeing the same tropes rehashed and redone over and over again. For me personally, bro, that's one of my favorite aspects of shonen, bro. One of my favorite things is seeing how, you know, all of these series that come from the same magazine, the same corporation, kind of build off of each other. Like, they all feel like this semi-cohesive bunch of stories that are all heavily inspired by each other, and it kind of just creates something really cool, bro. And I really like seeing how it comes together as the end product for each of these series. And so tying that back into this JJK episode in particular, I feel like this episode was just such a well done embodiment of so many of these tropes. Like, I feel like if there was like a checklist, right, like a big ass shonen checklist that like listed off all these different shonen tropes, I feel like I could just go down the list, boom, 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 nailing off trope after trope that this episode just nailed. And like, I don't know, bro, watching this episode low-key reminded me of like why I love shonen in the first place. Like, it low-key brought me back, bro. It brought me back to a time, bro, just watching Dragon Ball Z in my basement as a kid, bro, getting hype as shit. And like, I don't know, and I know niggas bash shows for like just being hype or whatever, but like, dog, it might just be me, bro, but the hype shit be the coldest shit for me, bro. I watch this shit for the hype shit. And so yeah, this episode did it for me, bro. The thing about this episode though was that it wasn't just hype. Like, I feel like it tied a lot of cool themes and metaphors into the mix, and like, I don't know, it just wrapped the whole arc up very well, in my opinion, assuming that this is a wrap up, because, you know, ghetto brain weird ass done popped up. But yeah, I think I just kind of want to yap about my favorite aspects of this episode and just talk about why I like them so much. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to be doing with this video. Let's lock in. I was actually low-key struggling when it came to like where I wanted to start, like what I wanted to start off talking about. And like, I feel like there's just so much to unpack in this episode. It's hard for me to be like, okay, take my brain and be like, I want to start with this specific aspect, because the moment I go on about one part, then just a million ideas about other aspects of the show flood in. Like, I don't feel like I'm exaggerating when I say that every minute of this episode can be taken and I can expound upon it into a whole video, bro. Like, obviously I'm not going to do that. I mean, that ad revenue would be hidden, but like, I'm not going to do that. But like, I do think there was just that much content in this episode where that idea rings true. But like, when I was really thinking about it, bro, and like when I was in my head really thinking about what I wanted to start this video off with, I feel like it has to be Todo Glaze, bro. It has to be Todo Glaze. And like, I know here y'all come, bro, you just glazed Todo in the last video, bro. And it's like, you right. Like, low-key, bro, my last video alone probably had enough Todo Glaze for all of 2023, 2024, maybe a little bit of 2025 too. But like, look, bro, job's not finished, bro. I still got some more in me, bro. And so that's where we're gonna start, bro, because Todo, I think I still want to give Todo his flowers while he's still like an important part of the series, because at least the way shit is looking now, bro, dog might be out the mix for the foreseeable future. Like, he got his technique taken off of him, basically. I mean, low-key, now that I think about it, JJK does got some healers, bro. So low-key, he could just slide over to Shoko office and she could, you know, hook him up with his arm back. But like, at this point, at least, you know, he's still off the map for the foreseeable future. And if this is the last time we're really going to get to see this guy pop off like this, I want to make sure I get these feelings out while I still can, bro, because this is cold, bro. Like, I don't know if he's hitting me in the chest like Nanami was, but he's right there with him, bro. Yuji and Todo's chemistry throughout this episode, bro, was just on a whole nother level at this point, bro. Like, at this point, bro, I'm starting to think that, you know, maybe off screen or some shit, they were just rehearsing these moves, bro. Like, honestly, Mahito really thought he had Todo beat at several points throughout this episode. And I like how every time Mahito thinks he got this nigga, Todo just one-ups him, bro. He just comes back colder than before. Like, all right, we had the part where he thought he separated them with the NPCs and Todo beat the living dog shit out of those NPCs. Then we had the domain expansion part, which that's a whole, I feel like a whole nother thing we got to talk about maybe later, you know, give Mahito his glaze, because that nigga was really on Gojo timing with his domain expansion. But then, like, think about it from Todo's perspective, bro. Todo literally reacted, well, I mean, he didn't dodge this shit or anything, but he literally was able to react to an attack that was deployed in 0.2 seconds and proceed to slice off his arm before the transfiguration bullshit could ensue. And he was still in the mix. He's still here. He's still kicking. Who that's not tough. That's gotta be tough, bro. And then, bro, you don't even want to get me started on this man's delusion combo, bro. Like when he was in his own head, bro, like playing around with Takeda-chan and shit. Like I told y'all in my last video, bro, this nigga's real technique has gotta be the power of pure delusion, bro. He's got cursed delusion. His delusions in his head make him more powerful simply just by coming up with random role play scenes in his head, bro. Because this nigga was giving Mahito straight beats, and then in his head he was just cross-dressing, bro, just playing with an idol girl that doesn't know him. Like low-key, bro, Todo is the only respectable stand. Like honestly, and I know I kind of talked about this in my last vid, right, like about how much I like this man's curse technique, but honestly and ironically enough, I feel like Todo's coldest moments in this episode were the moments when he was nerfed, bro. The moments he didn't have his curse technique. Like that's when he was really started going in. Because all right, let's break this down, right? You already got to be on some other shit to use somebody else's hand to activate your own curse technique. Like that on its own is low-key like some goated shonen trope shit, right? Because you know what I mean? Todo took something out of Sasuke's book, used Mahito's hand to deploy his curse technique, which on its own is already cold as hell. But like think about the balls you gotta have to actually think about that and do that, bro. You're gonna palm to palm touch the nigga whose ability is to eviscerate niggas with his palms. He didn't know the extent to which Mahito could have fucking blown him up, bro. It was on the ground talking about, damn, I'm lucky I got off with only this. Like dead ass, bro. Bro was risking his life right there. He was ready to give it up. You gotta respect that. I gotta respect that. And then we have the fucking bluff move that he pulled on goddamn Super Mahito, like when he was up on the hill and shit, talking about a clap doesn't just come from the hands. Like it had me fooled, it had you fooled too. Oh, you a manga reader? Alright, yeah, if I had to wrap this all back to, you know, what I said I was going to structure this video around, which was the tropes that I enjoyed from Todo as a character, I would say that Todo did an amazing job just filling that shonen duo spot, right? And like I know aesthetically, I know marketing wise, niggas would think Megami would be Yuji's duo. Listen, bro. Todo has a chain around his neck that he wears at all times with a picture of Yuji in it, bro. That's love. Like I know at first it started off as a joke, right? Oh, Yuji's my brother. Oh, but they don't look alike. They're not really brothers. But look, bro, the nigga has him on his chest, bro. That's brotherhood. I don't care what you. That's his brother. That's his brother. You can't tell me otherwise at this point. And until I see Megami move with that type of love in his heart, the fuck is a Megumi, bro? Like, go subjugate Maharaga, then get back to me, bro. Then we'll talk about you being the duo. But until I see a move with that Todo love, bro, I'm sorry, Megumi, but that duo belongs to Todo and Todo only, and I will not be taking any questions about this opinion right now. I think Mahito is the next logical aspect to talk about when we're kind of going over the tropes, because I want to save Yuji for the end since I got some words for him. But even with Mahito, bro, I feel like there's a lot that I could potentially say about Mahito in this video. Could talk about him from the perspective of just filling the villain role, which he has done pretty well for the back end of this arc. I could talk about how this nigga pressed Sukuna. Like that's crazy, bro. Pressing Sukuna, bro. Come on now. Like he had that nigga Sukuna dead ass quiet, bro. He had that nigga Sukuna at a loss of words. That on its own, I feel like is an accomplishment. I liked this nigga really turned to a snail, bro. Like I feel like this was supposed to low-key be a Parasite the Maxim reference. I like how just dynamic this nigga is when he's on screen, bro. Like if there's one thing that I'll miss about Mahito, it's that for a nigga like me, right, who just likes fights, right, like seeing the scraps, who just watches these shows sometimes, not to be all analytical and to be all, you know, on YouTube talking about my opinions and stuff. Sometimes when I'm watching these episodes, bruh, like I'm just trying to see cool shit. I'm just trying to see cool scraps. And Mahito, if there's any reason that I will kind of miss his presence in this series, it's just how much creativity went into his fights. Like not just from the perspective of him as a character, right, even as a viewer, right, from outside of the fourth wall, the level of creativity that the animators put into this nigga, bruh, is utterly insane. But I think Mahito's creativity kind of culminated in the aspect that I kind of want to get into now, and sort of the coolest aspect for me as far as tropes went, and that was Mahito's transformation, bro. As a nigga who's been watching shonen forever now, for all of his life, one thing I noticed about the later end of shonen, bro, the latter half of shonen, not even the latter half, but the more recent shonen that have come out, is that these niggas don't be transforming like they used to, bro. They don't. Like they'll get power-ups, a lot of power-ups, and then sometimes the power-ups will come with distinct visual cues like Demon Slayer marks or spiky green glowing Deku hair or whatnot. But as far as like transformations go, niggas don't really do it anymore, especially in a show like JJK. I honestly, if there was anyone in JJK who would have a transformation, now that I think about it, it would definitely be Mahito, bro. Seeing Mahito transform in like the typical shonen way where he just became a whole new creature, bro, right? Like this weird demon with spikes coming out of his arms and in a tail and in a bunch of weird shit. It got my chest racing a little bit. Now granted, okay, get that transformation with some fucking ass. He got his shit smacked within like 5 minutes. He had a 5-minute transformation, shortest villain transformation of all time perhaps, bro. I still think it was cool to see, bro. It was cool to see, and this kind of is just my overall sentiment for the whole JJK episode in general. But it was cool to just see shonen doing like the OG shonen stuff again, bro. Transformations, a whole episode filled with no words, just squabble. Like that was the most enjoyable part of this episode to me, and I think that's what Mahito embodied the most. And then with Yuji, right, our MC, obviously Yuji being the main character, the focal point of the show, supposedly. For a while, Yuji was criticized in such a way where niggas said he felt like an accessory in his own show, which, to be honest, I can't even blame niggas for having that mindset. Like, my working theory for why, you know, people interpret Yuji this way is that I don't even think it's his screen time. I don't think it's, you know, none of that type of stuff. I just think the nigga's moveset is so basic compared to the crazy ass bullshit we see from other niggas in this show. Yuji's ability is just so underwhelming compared to just like other shonen MCs. But look, bro, as far as Yuji in this episode is concerned, I got nothing but respect for the boy. Clap it up. Like, I have gained nothing but respect for Yuji at this point. I feel like if this is the direction that they're gonna be taking his character from this point forward, then I feel like I can actually get behind Itadori Yuji as an MC, bro. Like, he's really starting to bring his own energy to the game. The thing that really sets him apart for me in this episode, or impresses me the most, is how he took that little I am you and you are me thing that Mahito pulled on him in the last episode. Bro took that, right? That cliche that Mahito was spitting last episode. He was basically like, hey, bro, you goddamn right we are the same. And then he used that acceptance of his own viciousness as a basis to just beat the living dog shit out of Mahito, bro. And then, you know, they did their whole like bunny rabbit and wolf type little metaphor thing that they did, which I thought was really cool, right? It was really well animated and a really artistic way of representing the dynamic between Yuji and Mahito at that particular moment. Like, low key, bro, I'm gonna just keep it a stack right now. That shit was some crazy dick eating, bro. It was dick eating, because think about it like this, bro. Where was Mahito's metaphor a couple episodes ago? Like, if anyone here deserves a metaphor, it's Mahito. And so, you know, the dick eating for Yuji, a bit of glaze, but Yuji, you've gained a lot in this episode, and I respect that. But I don't know if you are ready for that ghetto brain work yet. I'm gonna just keep it honest right now. That used to be Gojo's rival, bro. Yuji, you're not ready for that smoke yet, bro. So you really should have killed Mahito now while you had the chance, because now ghetto brain's here. I guess if there is one bright side to take from Ghetto being back in the mix, is that if Ghetto is up here, right, up on the surface, up on the ground in Shibuya, and not down underground in Shibuya Station, then that means that he had to have put an end to Mei-Mei's reign of abuse and perversion, bro. And like, look, bro, Mei-Mei and Mahito getting packed up in one episode, what more can I really ask for, bro? What more? Thank you. After taking Nanami from me, and Nobara, but you know, after taking Nanami from me, I feel like, you know, justice is finally being had in Jujutsu Kaisen. But with that said, right, Ghetto Brain, let's talk man to man, bro. So what we're gonna do, okay, you're going to take Mei-Mei's corpse, possess it. I'm going to teleport into the Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to cut myself off right there, bro, because y'all do not want to hear what I was cooking right there, bro. Trust me.